Headquartered in Tarboro, North Carolina, and with production facilities in Tarboro and Oklahoma City, Nomeco Insulation is the global leader in polyethylene foam insulation products. With over 30 years of experience in residential, commercial, and industrial markets, Nomeco Insulation has developed unique approaches to providing end users with the insulation products they require. All insulation looks alike under a metal jacket. The difference with Cryoflex is ease of installation, easier to handle, less waste, reduced inventory, and fewer tools to install. This video will demonstrate the advantages of installing Cryoflex versus the current process of installing molded urethane insulation. For this demonstration, we will be re-insulating a 34-inch wide section of a 10-inch pipe requiring a 3-inch insulation thickness. When arriving at the job site, the wet insulation will have been removed, leaving rough, jagged, uneven edges of the old insulation and jacket. The surface preparation treatment is the same for both Cryoflex and urethane. When using PolyGuard RG2400, apply the blue goo according to the manufacturer's requirements. Fabric is typically applied to keep the blue goo in place. Urethane is supplied in 9-foot lengths or logs in multiple inner diameters for the same pipe size depending on surface treatment. Urethane is bulky and awkward to handle. The urethane is measured and then cut to size using a handsaw. This is typically done on the ground. Because urethane is rigid, it must be cut to exact size to fit in the opening. An oversized piece of urethane cannot be fit into the opening. An undersized piece will leave gaps, potentially allowing moisture penetration between the new and existing insulation. Cutting the urethane is a dusty process and leaves a residue which must be cleaned up. Urethane is installed with seams at the 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock positions and is held in place using stainless steel bands spaced every 12 to 16 inches. After the bands are in place, the clips must be hammered down into the urethane to allow for a proper fit of the jacket and to prevent the clips from wearing holes through the jacket over time. This process shatters the surface skin of the urethane, leaving it more susceptible to moisture damage. Cryoflex can be used in applications up to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. It is supplied as preformed pipe insulation with a single seam for small pipe sizes, and in V-groove sheet with a shiplap seam cut to length for your specific pipe sizes. In most cases, Cryoflex will be provided in sheet form to allow for easy wrapping around the pipe. Cryoflex is much lighter than molded urethane, is easily cut in the field using a sharp knife, and leaves no residue. Cryoflex is flexible and can be cut slightly oversized and compressed to fit in a smaller opening, leaving no gaps. When positioning Cryoflex on the pipe, the shiplap seam should be in the 6 o'clock position to allow for possible moisture to drain. Cryoflex is simply held in place using 2 or 3 wraps of 3/4 inch wide filament tape for each 3-foot length. Galvanized metal jacketing is installed using the same method for both Cryoflex and urethane. We thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and we look forward to the opportunity to discuss Cryoflex with you in more detail.